Gang, the Middle Class Famous Store is about to kick in the high gear, baby.
Ooh-wee.
We're talking about a fun time, mix of stand-up comedy, play a little AYG with the crowd. Great way to introduce new people to the show. So grab your best gal, grab your best guy, grab the bozos, grab the homies. Come on out and see the gang.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be in Red Bank, New Jersey, Seattle, Portland, Kansas City, Springfield, St. Louis, Nashville. But then we're going to Indianapolis. And also this Friday, the week you're hearing this, June 17th, we're doing an AYG and Friends show in New York City. Stand-up showcase. Ticket links are in the description. Get them. We'll see you there.
Peace.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Are You Garbage? The show where you find out if your favorite comedians are classy individuals or absolute trash. Now, here are your hosts, Kevin Ryan and H. Foley.
Hey, everybody out there, and welcome back to everybody's favorite new podcast. This is Are You Garbage? It's a little show we sit down with your favorite comedians, and we find out if they're good to be classy or if they're just a big old piece of trash. I'm your host, H. Foley, coming at you on a beautiful day. We're down here at Aunt Tootie's basement. She got picked up last night. Grand theft auto.
Yikes.
Stole a city bus. What are you going to do? So we'll see her in about 6 weeks, pending on good behavior. My co-host is coming at you from right next to me. He is the CEO of Are You Garbage, a bit of an international businessman himself. He's the Prince of Park Avenue, but always the king of the boardwalk. Give it up for Kippy, Kevin James Ryan.
Hey, gang. Thanks for tuning in. As always, please make sure you rate, view, subscribe on iTunes. Full video available on YouTube. As you know, those numbers are
True to rip.
cooking. Then the greatest website of all time, www.patreon.com/areyougarbage. Check it the fuck out.
Love that money. And how about a nice quick shout out to our producer extraordinaire, the Magic Man, makes us all look good. Give it up for T-Bone McMuffin, Toby McMullen, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, dudes?
We got a hot one.
Dude, it's a historic day. It's our first fucking race car driver, dog. Let's go.
This is big.
Fucking Dale Jr. in here. Look at him. Old Smokey. I like it. Gang, we couldn't be more excited, and I mean could not be more excited to have our incredibly, and I mean fucking incredibly special guest here with us today for the first time. He is a behemoth, a monster, stand-up comedian, podcaster, and now author, and let's not forget multi-millionaire. I'll tell you that right now. Kid's got a little bit of fucking quiche on him. He has multiple stand-up specials out, including Thrilled, White Girls with Cornrows, Completely Normal, Mostly Stories, Disgraceful, in 2020's Ball Hog. Of course, he is the co-host of Your Mom's House, Two Bears, One Cave, and of course, he is the owner-operator of YMH Studios down there in Austin, Texas. Let's cut the bullshit. He's one of the biggest, one of the fucking baddest. He's the boss of bosses, the capo de capo, el jefe de jefes. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. Give it up for Tom Segura.
Hey,
look at
thank you, man. Thank you guys very much.
You.
Thank you very much. Quite an introduction.
I know.
Well
he
deserved,
goes big.
my friend.
He loves the intros.
That's a nice intro, man.
That's how we do
Good
it.
at him.
It feels good.
How we fucking do
Thanks
it.
for coming, buddy.
Thank you for coming.
I'm very excited to be here, man.
Give us a scoop. What's the best?
He said that kind of like a psychopath.
No, I am. I'm excited.
Fucking Anton Chigurh sitting over here. Jesus
Hit
Christ.
in the head with a cattle thing.
I am.
thing
I
of
am.
peanuts?
This is fun, dude. I like hanging out with comics. It's always the most fun.
It's
hanging
the
out with
best,
comics,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's the best.
What's the backstory on Tom Segura? Give us the origin. Where'd you grow up? Give us the whole deets.
Okay, there's a lot of moving parts. First of all, my dad was a white American dude, and he married a Peruvian woman.
Okay.
So he went down there, was like, I like this shit, and took it back.
Old school.
Hey,
Old
wrap
school.
this one up.
Colonialism
Yeah.
type
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Get this kid off.
I'm going to wear this one out.
Get her off that fucking donkey and bring her over here. So he
Put down the pineapple.
she
You're
spoke
coming
like
with me.
no English, dude. I'm like,
crazy.
huh? Like, what the fuck, man? Like,
Love at first sight?
Like, I mean, he saw those fucking tetas, and he was like, I am in.
Yeah.
So he, so let's see. I was born in Cincinnati.
Okay.
I lived there for the first 9 years in a suburb of Cincinnati called Fairfield.
What'd your dad do?
He was working for a company called Byron Jackson, which sold like pipes, I think. That,
Sounds like an old baseball player.
Yeah, and
Hell of a relief pitcher, that
he
Byron
then
Jackson.
quit that job to start at like entry level Merrill Lynch broker.
All right.
But like in that was 1976 or 5. And it was like you make 18 grand a year. It's like, you got to really hustle.
Yeah.
But he stayed with them for 40 years. So he
Company man.
moved on up, and he went from brokerage to management, and that's why we moved a lot. So I moved when I was 9. We moved to a suburb of Minneapolis called Plymouth.
Okay.
Because he became the sales manager of that office.
Okay.
2 years later, we moved to Milwaukee. He became the manager of the Milwaukee branch.
Okay.
Then we stayed there from, let's see, we moved there when I was 11. We left when I was halfway through my freshman year in high school. My dad would not let me. We would not move the family until football season was over. He's like, you cannot quit on the team.
That's
And I was
pretty.
like,
That's what
I'm a fucking freshman in high school, dude. So like, he was like, this is like a war analogy.
Yeah.
Like, you will not abandon the fucking troops. I was like,
Get out there and do your workouts and shut up.
We went 1-9. Anyway,
they don't need me. Yeah.
the season ended, and then he allowed the
This
family
is freshman
to
football, by the way?
freshman football.
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
He's like, you can't quit on the fucking
He's a man of honor.
Yeah. So we moved to Vero Beach, Florida from there.
Okay.
And that's what halfway through my freshman year in high school. And then they stayed there. I finished high school there. And then,
You were the new kid rolling in.
yeah, and
Constantly
that
Florida
was the
kid.
shittiest move.
Oh, that had
because
to
that's
suck.
midway through freshman year in high school, you feel like you're established. and everything is
You got
like your social
squad
circle.
and everything.
And you got to start over again. That one sucked the most.
Everybody thought you were a narc, probably.
Not kidding. Also, this fucking face is kind of police-like.
Sure,
You know? Like,
sure.
his dad was an FBI agent. I got it in the fucking...
You're bald. You got a full beard in
I
freshman year.
did. I had a
Yeah.
beard and paper. Everyone later told me, they're like, when you would say where the party, everyone would be like, there's no party.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
They're like,
You're walking around in a sport coat.
yeah, they're like, we thought you were like 23, and I was 14. I mean, I did. I had facial hair. I was a pretty big kid.
Sure.
So they're like, there's no way this kid's freshman in high
Yeah.
school.
Also, you don't really have a backstory. You were constantly
Yeah,
moving.
I
Like,
was
where'd you come
moving.
from? I was
Yeah.
in, Minneapolis.
My mom's Peruvian.
Yeah,
sure,
sure.
blue eyes. Sir,
Sure, whitest guy here.
yeah, for sure. So then I went to, I don't know, I went to college in North Carolina, a small school called Lenore Ryan, really
Okay.
small school. It was the only school I got into.
Play sports?
No.
Okay.
I graduated from there.
What'd you major in?
Communications. It's like,
Right.
I just
Yeah.
don't want to major.
Phoning
That
it
little
in.
check
Yeah,
mark
yeah,
in.
yeah.
All right.
I managed the radio station for a year.
There you go.
That's pretty good.
What
What would you get on your SATs, if you don't mind me asking?
A 1030.
Solid?
Solid.
4 digits is all right.
Yeah, that's
Not
all right.
bad.
It's all right.
For our crowd, that's pretty good.
Then, by the way, that was like no trying.
Sure.
So I was like, I gotta try. So I did the study and everything. I went back and I got like a 9.6. I was like, all right.
I'll take
so,
you 1030.
Yeah, that's like taking an STD test twice.
Yes, yeah, I
You get the
know.
answer you want and you get out of there.
Fuck.
What the
so
fuck?
I left. So I graduate. I go to work in real estate. My buddy is renting apartments in Boston. It is a fucking racket. I did not know that this is how it works. So in Boston, what happens is, at the time, there's 61 colleges and universities. So there's a constant housing need that never
Sure.
ends, right? Because of students and also just, it's a major city. So all the apartments have, list their places. They call a real estate office and they go, here's what's available. You as a realtor, as long as you pass the test, you take me to show me the place. And then every single place had the same rule. You play first month, first, last, and then equivalent to 1 month to the realtor
That
office.
you would get.
And then I get half of that with the office. So I'm just out of college, and I don't know anything about Boston.
Sure.
So everyone is like, "What's this neighborhood like?" I'd be like, "I love it."
Yeah.
Like,
It's
that's
totally
all I
not
would say.
racist, I swear.
It's South
And they said you couldn't.
Charlestown.
You can't. They would tell you things
You like Robin Banks by any chance?
you can't say this is a safe neighborhood. You have to say I feel safe here. Yeah.
Whoa.
They're like,
It's 12 o'clock on a Tuesday.
Yeah, like I feel safe.
Come
when
back
I'm here.
at 2 in the morning on a Friday and see how safe you feel. What the
But it
fuck?
was here's the thing.
How was it Boston, though? Your buddy?
So my buddy, his family was from
Okay.
there, and they had this real estate connection.
Damn.
So he brings me up, and I hang out, and like I'm there 7-8 weeks, and I'm making like thousands of dollars a week right out of college.
That's crazy.
But I'm like, I could just feel that I don't want to do this. Like
Okay.
even though I know I'll make 6 figures immediately doing this, I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be a realtor. I just don't. So I leave there and I go work for America's Most Wanted in
I have heard this, yes.
in D.C.
What? Tracking down cases? What are you doing?
Yes.
No, you're not.
Well, I'm the research, one of the lead research people. So what happens is,
Did you meet John Walsh?
yeah, that's how I got the job.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Beat
Yeah.
him up at a bar one time.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I ran into John Walsh when I was in college. His daughter was taking a tour of the school I was at, and I went up to him, and I was like, I'm from the same area and all this, and he was like, you got, I was like, I do communications. He was like, if you want an internship, call this number.
Damn.
And so I called and I got the internship. And that was while I was in college. when I graduated, they were like, you can come work now for the actual show. I was working for a side show called Final Justice. And
Sweeps week.
I was producing episodes
Just shoplifters.
of that show. I was producing the show in college and for free. So they were like, this kid hustles. So when I go back, they're like, they need stories to pursue. So I'm like, look, this guy, he fucking raped a bunch of people. He's on the run. I'm like, let's go get him.
You're making shit up.
Yeah, I'm just like, and I'm reading like the most disturbing.
Just fucking warping your brain.
It's fucked. I mean, like I like crime shows and like all those biography shows about, but it's fucked up. At one point, I think this is in the book that is coming out, that they gave me, they give you like different case profiles, right? And then you dig deeper. And then if one is really good, then I'll call the FBI and be like, what do you have about him? And they'll send stuff.
Fuck.
And they sent me a diary of a pedophile. So it's his personal diary of what he's doing. And you just like at the end of the day,
It's like, hey, I'm just trying to book him on the show. I don't
Yeah.
want his
Yeah.
life story.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And then I go to the story
That's
editor
nuts.
and I go, I lay out basically, here's the crime, here's the guy, here's what he did, here's why he's a fugitive, because they want to pursue people that
Sure.
are fugitive. And then they were like, yeah, they accepted it, and they go, he escaped. A lot of the guys, especially like sex criminals, they'll go to certain countries where you can basically, it's easier to perform sex crimes, but also to skip out on the justice
Sure.
system. So he had escaped or bribed somebody in like Costa Rica. So that I was like, and then they send me down there.
What?
Yeah. So I go do the episode. I'm on an episode. You see me like,
Did
in
they
the
give
back.
you any heat to go down there?
They gave me, no. They gave me,
I'm just an intern.
Yeah, they
What
gave
the
me like,
Give me a
fuck?
clipboard.
gave me a guide and a producer and a cameraman.
Hey, man, you want to be on TV?
Here's how fucking bad I was at it though. Like, I mean, like how I'm,
They didn't send you down there to find the guy, did they?
No, but to do the story, all right? So they sent me with a producer. I'm one of the like
shit.
associate producer, plus I speak Spanish, so I'm like translating.
Boots on the ground.
Yeah.
There you go.
And we're sitting there and they're like, I meet this person, and then I meet a girl who had been abused. And I'm sitting here interviewing her for the show.
Mhm.
Camera's over here. I'm translating. And dude, as she's telling me her story, I start crying. But like, she's not crying, right? She's like, it happened to me, motherfucker. And I'm like, and I'm like trying to stop. And then I just look at her. I'm like, yeah, I can't stop. Like, I just keep crying. And then like one of the camera guys is like, this is probably not your gig.
Yeah, I don't think go back to fucking
Yeah.
being a realtor.
He's like, I'm like, ugh. So I do that job for a few months. And again, I'm, my first day on that job, by the way, my first day on the America's Most Wanted as a full employee
Sure.
is September 10th, 2001 in D.C. So I'm there, like my second day of going to work is 9/11, right? And like, and so then my whole show becomes like profiling. We just profile Bin Laden every week, right? Like,
Still looking for him.
yeah. and I'm like at the White House,
What?
Because we're doing pressers from like, whatever all they would talk about is terrorism. So then they would send our crew to the White House. So I would just be sitting on the lawn, that West Wing lawn just
Yeah.
out there, calling friends like, I'm at the fucking White House.
Yeah.
And then
Flexing on
people would be like, they can hear you, right? And I was like, oh yeah. Like I'm just like, fucking,
Yeah, dude, this place is fucking awesome. Where are you
Yeah.
guys drinking at?
This guy's a cop. I don't trust him.
Did Boomer ever get that weed? What's the deal? Gang, by the way, the book is called I'd Like to Play Alone, Please. You have to fucking check it out. Fantastic.
Please do. You can get an audiobook if you like to, listen to them, ebook, hardbook, whatever. But I do that for a few months, and I have the same feeling as like the real estate thing, where I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, no
Like,
shit.
right? And it's like immediately. So at September 10th, first day, and they gave me a 3-month contract. They offered me a re-up. They're like, you want to do like a year contract? And I'm like, no. And I load up a truck and I drive to LA.
Then I joined the
To
CIA.
do comedy?
Yeah.
You were like already dead set. Had you done it yet?
No, I'd never done stand. I'd hosted a couple things where I'm like, it feels like you're doing stand up.
Sure.
I hosted a talent show. I'd done like improv, like high school
Sure,
I'm trying to
course.
do bits on America's
Yeah,
Most Wanted.
and in communications, like in college, they would do the fucking lamest videos, right? Because you had to shoot and edit in your videos. Well, I would always do comedy videos, right? Like I was trying to
course.
make comedy videos, and my professor was like, "What the fuck is this?" Right? He said people are doing like shit that like you'd find at like a local like a videographer for like a wedding would do.
Sure.
And I was just like, what if you froze your diarrhea? Or something, you know, like, so
Here's a compilation
like,
of car
you know,
crashes.
He was like, the fuck is this? And I was like, it's funny, right? And he was like, no.
I got this guy in Costa Rica. You got to have him on.
you're
He's
gonna love him.
unbelievable.
So I moved there January 2nd of 2002. I moved to LA. And then a few months later, I signed up for the Groundlings, which is like the improv show.
Yeah.
And because I thought I was going to do that. I thought I was going to be like a comedy actor. And then there's stand-ups in my class. Sam Tripoli was in that class with me.
Nice.
Nick Wegener, who's a writer now. And they were both doing stand-up at the time. And they were like, you should
gotta
try
do this.
stand-up. Yeah.
Damn.
That's kind of...
What'd you do on 9/11? They give you a half day. They send you home. What happened?
Pizza party.
It was the longest. It was the longest fucking day because
Jesus.
I remember I was tying my shoes. I had rented a room at a house in College Park, Maryland.
Okay.
Right, which is like outside, like 30 minutes outside
Yeah.
of DC. And I'm tying my shoe. I still remember, and they happened to have like Good Morning America or one of those locals on, and it showed the guy like the smoke coming out. I still remember it was like Bryant Gumbel or someone being like. They still thought it was like a Cessna. They're like, oh, a Cessna hit the thing. And as I'm putting on the other shoe, the second plane, and I get in my truck, and I'm driving into DC, and all the radio stations are like, we're under attack, and I'm like, we're not under. What the fuck is he even talking about? And then they're like, the Pentagon got hit, and I'm like, I'm driving into DC,
Jesus.
and then we go in there, and like, it was. And here's the thing: I worked at Fox Studios, local Fox affiliate on Wisconsin Ave in DC. So when you're in a news state, like if you're home watching TV that day, that's a lot. There are 100 TVs that have all the feeds. So all you hear is every feed and every screen. And we stayed there until like 11 o'clock at night. So at the end of the day, everybody was just like,
Jeez.
it was, yeah.
That's a lot to take in.
It was a lot.
Especially
one day.
being there, like in DC.
It was a lot.
Damn, that's fucking wild.
It was a wild day. Yeah.
Man, from that to the Groundlings. Jesus.
Yeah.
I was like,
talk about a
Somebody
180.
give me a
I was
location.
like, let's yuck it up, guys. Yeah.
Holy shit, that's fucking crazy. Brothers and sisters, what was the story?
2 sisters. I'm the middle, so one
Okay.
older, one younger. Yeah.
What were the family vacations like?
Your dad started doing well, right? I assume.
I mean, I remember all the transitions. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Like all the level ups.
I remember the level ups. Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, like, I remember that, it would be fast food. It was Kmart. It was, like
Get a
buying
new car or whatever.
Yeah. But I remember like, it was, you would be in a certain socioeconomic group for a while, a few years. I mean, we had like, for then it was like minivans and like, it was like 16-hour drives, to like Orlando.
Jesus.
And that was the vacation.
That was the vacation?
Disney.
You would drive from like Minneapolis down there?
Yes. It was
That's
always,
fucking nuts.
They never fucking flew. I mean.
Did your mom drive or did your dad have to bite that bullet?
No.
Really?
That woman is Peruvian, dude. No. She won't drive on the highway still. Still, she's like, the highway scares me.
It moved too fast.
Yeah, she drives like on side streets. And then she's like, will you get me a car? I'm like, for what?
Yeah.
She also is like always asking for like the newest laptop. I'm like, you play bridge. Like, just use a fucking Dell. And she's like,
You don't get it for her?
She's like, I want the new MacBook Air. And I'm like, why?
She can flex
It
with her
has
friends.
so
probably.
much capacity. No, of course, like she guilts me into getting it for her. I got her a fucking Mercedes.
Get her an old Game Boy?
I got her a Mercedes 3 months ago.
Nice.
And she calls me and she's like, the problem is it's too high. It's like, it's an SUV. I'm
Sure.
like, yeah, that's how they make it. And she's like,
I get a lowrider SUV.
she's like, I need to ask if they can put a climbing device on it. And I'm like, a ladder? Like, what are you talking about? And she's like, maybe I switch it for another one. I go, that's on you. I'm done.
I'm out. Yeah.
You switch it for another car if you want.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild, man. Did she didn't work growing up?
No.
Okay.
There was a period where she was doing like volunteer stuff at a school, and she would always, because she, that like her English got better over time, she would always do things that like if they needed bilingual person,
Perfect.
like
Yeah,
because we
Sure.
lived in some of these cities where you didn't know anybody that did, so they were like, we need a guy. There's this guy at the hospital that doesn't know how to tell the doctors what's going on.
Gotcha.
Like that kind of
Could
stuff.
your dad speak Spanish?
Fuck no.
He couldn't. So she taught your sisters, they spoke Spanish too?
Well, what happened was she just like when she got to the like when they married.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, what kind of relationship
That's
did you
wild.
guys have? She knew how to say like 11 words, and they're like, we had God, you know. They're both Catholic, and
Sure.
Okay.
so they would just. I mean, I didn't understand like how the fuck this happened. So as a kid, when she was like at home talking to us, meaning the 3 kids, she would just speak in Spanish always. Whether it's like to clean your room or it's time to eat or you're late for school or it was just all Spanish. And then we would usually reply in English, right? So it was like a
Right.
All right. Yeah.
I gotcha.
But to my dad, you know,
Did
she
he
spoke
ever
her.
learn Spanish?
He knew like
A
fucking
little,
9 words. Like he'd be like tango hombre. And one time I go,
Tango hombre.
Yeah.
I go, you didn't.
I have hunger, right?
You didn't learn any like cool shit. And then this is like right before he died. He died like in December. This is probably like in October, September. So he's never said this to me. I'm like, she never taught you anything. And like she's sitting next to him, and he's like, well, there is one. And I go, what? And he said, se me cae la baba por tu chucha, which is my mouth drops open for your pussy. And I was like.
How about where's the
She's
beach
like,
or something?
boom, like she hits. I'm like,
Donde está la playa?
I
What
go,
are we doing here?
that's what you fucking. That's the only.
That's great.
I go. Why'd you hold on to that?
Now you know how the relationship
Yeah.
worked. You knew what
Yeah.
the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. Gang, this podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Let me tell you something. Burnout is a real thing.
Oh yeah.
If you're feeling fatigued,
Smoking
if you're
too
feeling
many
tired,
doobies.
lay off the H and get a haircut, will you? Gang, if you need to talk some things out, you want to reach out to BetterHelp because they honestly can help.
Yeah. Symptoms of burnout can include lack of motivation, feeling helpless, trapped, detachment, fatigue, the whole 9 yards. If you got it, you know, talk to someone. It is a game changer.
Yeah.
BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy and can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Are You Garbage listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/garbage. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/garbage. Do it.
Kip, let's talk about ladder.
Ladder.
Let's talk about ladder. Let's talk about not leaving your family holding the bag like I'm probably gonna. Do yourself a favor, gang. Get yourself a little term life insurance and go over there to Ladder. They'll straighten you out. No doctors, no needles, no nothing.
You got the rising cost of living, student debt. You're trying to
Sure.
buy a house. You don't want to leave any financial burden on your partner, your children. Take care of these kids,
Next thing you know, grandma's looking at 50 G's.
Ladder is 100% digital. No doctors, no needles, no paperwork. When you apply for $3 million in coverage or less, just answer a
$3
few
mil?
questions about your health in an application. You just need a few minutes on a phone, laptop to apply. Ladder's smart algorithms work in real time, so you find out if you're instantly approved. No hidden fees. Cancel anytime. Get a full refund if you change your mind in the first 30 days. Finally, since life insurance costs more as you age, now is the time to cross it off your list. So go to ladderlife.com/garbage today to see if you're instantly approved. That's ladder, LADDER, life.com/garbage. Ladderlife.com/garbage. Do it. Up back to the show.
What was the, since you moved around a lot, let's do the Minneapolis one. What was the name of the street that you grew up on? What was the name of that street?
In Minneapolis?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Do you
man.
remember any of them you grew up on?
I do remember Walther Drive.
That's pretty class. That sounds all right.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
Sounds like
classy.
wealthy.
No, that was not a wealthy one though. No, there was the nicest house. Actually, like the house that I thought we were fucking.
Cooking.
I mean, I thought we were like CEO level. Was in Milwaukee,
Okay.
and I think it had oak in the
Oh,
address.
that's good.
And
Oak's nice.
Here's the thing. This is wild. Okay, it had a tennis court.
The
The
house,
house?
did.
Yeah,
Damn, that is kind of CEO.
That's CEO.
I know. So you turn onto the street, and I'm like, oh, shit. And this is what happened. Like, I go, and people used to drop me off. They're like, "Is this the neighborhood's tennis court?" I'd be like, "No, this shit's ours."
Did anybody play tennis in the family?
Yeah, everybody started playing
Oh,
tennis.
yeah. Your dad's like, get the fuck out there.
And then skateboarders would try to come by because of the the surface, and then I'd use a pellet gun and shoot them from.
You're fucking crazy.
Talk about new money. I like that.
But
Get them long hairs off the tennis court.
get out of here, you fucking hippie.
A couple of warning shots over the net.
And my dad really hated hippies, so it was like he was in Vietnam. You know,
Oh,
so
of
he-
course.
really?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
My
So
pop
he-
was in Nam
he's-
as well.
Yeah, he's a Marine. He fucking just Yeah, he's like
hippie skateboarders on his
Yeah,
prop
I know.
on his fucking brand new tennis court. No
I
way.
I talked to him about the thrill of killing the enemy, and he would be like, he wouldn't tell me about it for years.
He was in combat.
Yeah, he was in combat.
God damn.
Yeah, he led a platoon of 70. So
Jesus.
he's a lieutenant.
That's in the shit, baby.
He's in the
Yeah.
shit, and so for years, I would be like, because if your dad's in a war, you're like, what was it like in war?
Mhm.
And he would be like, yeah, and
They never like talk. Those dudes never like.
they don't. And I think he also was like, he kept my mother. They had like a more traditional relationship where like, you know what I mean?
Sure,
Like
of
you don't talk a certain way around your like.
Sure.
So there's certain people have that
Gentlemen, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, more gentlemanly around my mom, and like you talk with the guys like this. And when we were young, he would also protect us from saying crazy.
Of course.
Mhm.
But then like I turned 30, and I'm like,
Really?
yeah, I just keep talking about war, and then one day I'm probably like late 30s. I'm like, so like, what's it like though? Like like in combat, like shooting the enemy.
Especially there at that time. It was fucking probably dicey.
Yeah. And he goes, way better than the best pussy you've ever had.
Holy shit.
You passed the biscuits,
And he said it in Spanish. That was the crazy. You even hold it out?
He goes,
Damn.
he goes,
What the fuck?
we would call it, you call it getting some. And you hear it like in movies.
Yeah, get some.
Go
Get
get
some.
some.
He's like, did you get some? And then he's like, when you got some, he was like, it was a sense of euphoria. And you just, I would ask the guys, would you rather go get a blowjob right now or blow these these guys?
I know
away?
what you're saying. Yeah.
And
Toby cut
I
that.
have an Uncle Larry too. yeah.
and they'd be like, we want to get some, Lieutenant. Like he was like, and then you just see him like fucking.
Damn.
I mean, you get trained for that.
Of course,
too.
they did. So it's
like a form
they
of
break you down and
brainwash
then
you.
build
Yeah,
you
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, of course.
My dad was in the Navy, and he was in Alaska, and he volunteered to go to Vietnam. He was in country on like a PBR base, and he wasn't in like the shit,
Yeah.
like your pop was, but it was dicey. Never said a fucking word to us about it, ever.
Yeah.
Just every once in a while, when he would be watching us at the house and my mom would be at work,
Yeah.
he would turn all the lights off in the house, turn all the floodlights on, and make us sit in front of the picture window and look out.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, how crazy is that, dude?
Just every once in a while.
Yeah, they're all night watch.
I think his biggest thing was when he
Imagine those sleepovers,
Yeah.
buddy.
Dude, he got there in 1971, and there was like a bunch of people there. There was like a bunch of Navy guys, a bunch of airborne people across like the Delta or whatever. But by the time he left, the last couple months he was there, it was like him and like 15 Americans, and the rest were all South Vietnamese.
Holy shit.
And they were coming. So it was like, I think it was a worry of every night.
That's intense,
Yeah.
dude. You know the
Fucking
saddest part.
dicey.
The saddest part, I think, for my dad though, because he would tell these stories, and a lot of times they would be like just really intense,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes they're really funny. Is that at like towards the end of his life, like he would start to talk about how much it emotionally affected him, and I was like, he thought that like therapy was only for like
Pussies,
like
yeah.
pussies are just crazy people.
Yeah.
and
Those dudes
and
put a cap on that shit.
and
35 years ago.
one of his friends who was a guy he met who was in now at the same time, same rank as my dad in the Marine Corps, was like, I love therapy, and he's like, yeah, but your dad won't do it. And I was like, damn, I wish they would.
I know, man.
Like just to go
Get
talk
that
about-
off.
Yeah.
Just let it out.
I think they're so deep and it's so scarring, and their generation was so not used to it. Just to even open that can,
Yeah.
is
They can't
fucking
even,
it's
they can't
too
even
much.
start.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Did your dad smoke?
No,
No, really.
no,
Hmm.
Picture like a Zippo lighter, and a couple of fucking Reds.
no, and
Born to Kill on his helmet.
he really, really despised marijuana.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
He had like multiple stories about because a lot of the troops,
Dudes
and-
being
and
fucked up,
enlisted
falling
guys-
asleep on watching shit like that.
And guys, he told me a story of multiple stories about Viet Cong or somebody trying to sell his Marines marijuana and
Mhm.
like picking them up by their throat and like putting their M16 in their face. And I'm like,
Hey,
okay.
buddy, it's just a little
Yeah,
reefer.
yeah.
Calm down.
And he made his Marines piss on like a big bag of it one time. He's like, that's what I think about marijuana. I was like, all right,
All
like,
right.
we're gonna have a
Jesus Christ.
cool
Hide your
time.
stash up in the room
I
real
know.
well. Were you smoking doobies in high school?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, he would have freaked out.
He would have freaked out. And I remember one time, you ever do one of these? I go out on a Friday night and get in late, right? And I'm driving one of my parents'
Sure.
vehicles. It was a Toyota 4Runner. I remember specifically. And I remember I go to bed, and I'm going to sleep in probably till like 11 or something. Dude, I'm in a dead sleep. And at like 7 o'clock in the morning, I shoot up. And I was like, and I run downstairs. I'm in boxers. I'm just wearing boxers like what I sleep in. And my dad's on the couch just watching TV. He's just like getting like, breakfast going, like news stuff. And he's like, hey. I go, hey. And I just walk outside. I open the door to the Forerunner. And on the center console, I left a pipe. Like a pipe with weed in it. And I'm like, first of all, I don't know how I left it or how I remembered. But then I grab it and I go inside. He's like, what are you doing?
Now you got to explain what you just did.
And I just said like some dumb shit. I was like, making
sure the grass was
I thought
watered.
the lights were on in that thing. I
Thought I saw some hippies on the tennis court, Dad. I was going to shoot them.
I got him. Don't you worry.
It was a level of panic that I could still feel today.
Holy fuck.
Thought he was going to kill me.
Those old schoolers.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's told you what he's done to fucking guys that aren't his kids.
Yeah.
Smoke weed. Let alone that'd be the biggest letdown ever.
Oh, yeah.
Those old schoolers was tough to get away with anything on them.
Yeah.
They knew exactly what you were doing. Sure you are. All right.
Sure, buddy.
Next thing you know, you got a 45 to your head.
Oh,
Yeah.
On the top
M16 up your asshole.
Jesus Christ. Mr. Segura, what the fuck?
Everybody was scared of him. My friends would be like, your dad scares the fuck out of me.
I never met him. He's scaring the shit out of me.
Yeah.
He was in fucking Nam in the shit. Got the 1,000-yard stare. Are you fucking kidding me?
Caught a guy with a joint one time. Put a fucking knife in his mouth.
Cut his balls off and stuck him in his mouth. You kids want some pizza?
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? That's crazy.
Yeah.
No wonder you were scared.
Terrifying.
Holy shit, that's fucking awesome. God damn. What was the grocery store that your mom would go to? Maybe down in Florida since you were in high
Publix.
school. Publix?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Respectable.
Yeah.
Not too good, not too bad.
Yeah.
What was the high school mascot?
Pirate.
That's all right. That's fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not classy, but you know what I mean.
And in
Pirates is actually pretty trashy the more I think
yeah,
about
it's kind of trashy. And in Milwaukee, it was the school was called Homestead. I think it was the Highlanders, but I don't remember.
That's pretty sweet.
That's good. The Highlanders.
Sarah, can you Google it?
The
It's
Highlanders.
Homestead High School in Mequon, Wisconsin. I think so. They were good. Like
Yeah.
they won state and a bunch of different things.
Did you play sports in high school?
Yeah.
You did. You played football. I assume.
Football and basketball, yeah.
Did your dad play football in high school?
Yeah. And
big
track.
That's why, yeah.
Football guy.
Yeah, he loved
Imagine he
football.
was probably pretty physically.
He was a 3-time state champion Olympic weightlifter.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And you're out smoking doobies
know.
with your good time
Yeah.
fucking buddies.
Including 4th in the nation at 14.
God.
So he was like a
damn.
little freak, you know?
I'd be fucking petrified of this man.
No
And you know how he would, so when I wanted to get into weightlifting, I'm like, oh, my dad, like all we had was trophies and everything from all his wins.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I go to do like a power clean. And he was like, no. And I was like, okay. He goes, do it like this. And then he did it.
Sure.
And he was like, do it like that. I go, that's not like coaching.
Yeah, that's not how it works. Yeah.
Like, you can't just be like,
What you need to do is
what
stop
I
being
do.
a pussy. That's
Yeah.
how you know. Okay.
Yeah, and I was like,
Smoke
okay.
this cigarette.
And then he just like walked away. I was like, that's the lesson? Like, all right.
Yeah, dog. Angus the Highlander, Homestead High School in Wisconsin.
Okay, Highlander.
There
Okay,
you
so
go.
Highlanders, and then the Booty Pirates in.
the booty pirates you left out.
Yeah.
That sounds like an Uncle Luke song. The booty pirates. Everybody's twerking. Did you drink milk with dinner growing up?
No, I hate milk.
What?
Yeah, I hate
Get
milk.
this guy out of here.
No,
What are
I
you
respect
kidding
it.
me?
Yeah. Well, it made me fuck. I mean, I used to drink it with cereal, obviously.
Sure. Normal times to drink milk, not with a
Are
fucking
you
spaghetti
lactose
dinner.
intolerant?
No,
Okay.
but it kind of just makes me nauseous. Like I don't I
Really?
just don't like milk.
What do you do in the drink, in the coffee?
This is oat milk.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a fucking gentleman.
I'll
Yeah.
give it to you. So far,
Yeah.
so good. Not bad.
What were the pets like growing up?
We always had at least a dog. So
Okay.
at first it was
Oh, boy.
a white Maltese named Fluffy
Okay.
Okay.
that escaped, and my parents went and bought the exact same dog and told us that they found it. Like they found our dog.
That's like fucking
Yeah. Now,
meet the parents type shit.
And then
that tennis
Did
court.
Fluffy ever come back, or how'd you make
Fluffy shows
how'd
up.
you
Who
make-
the fuck's this guy?
How'd you make Fluffy number 2?
well, that's what I'm saying. They went and told us that they found Fluffy.
But I'm saying, how did you know that wasn't? I guess you do know
oh,
it's not
yeah,
your dog.
at a certain while, we're like, this dude, I
It's
don't
a
know,
Labrador.
Like, what's up with the spots? You know?
I don't even know his fucking name.
Yeah.
This dog has tattoos. What the fuck, Bob?
Tail's gone. But then when we got to Florida, they got kind of dog obsessed. You know, I think it happens to like as kids get older, especially to the woman.
Of course.
You know, so then they got my dad had a beagle when he was a kid. And he told us this named Rocket, right? And so we got a beagle.
Okay.
And they named it Rocket, and it was morbidly obese. Like
fat beagles are a tough look,
dude. I took it to the vet, and they're like, "What are you guys doing to this?" And I'm like, "I'm not the owner. My parents own it." And they're like, "This dog is so sick. It's so fat. It's way fatter. It's
what
like
were they feeding them? Just
I guess whatever it wants."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Feed it green beans." I told my parents, day one they got green beans. That was it. That was the only day.
Mozzarella sticks from here on out.
Green bean casserole.
Yeah, they fuck it. And then they got pugs. They got into pugs.
Okay, love pugs.
At one point, there was 5
I feel like once
dogs
people get into
at the
pugs,
house.
they really
Wait, hold
get
on.
into pugs. Yeah.
Take a step back here.
Yeah.
There was 5 pugs in your house. At
4
one time?
pugs and 1 beagle
At the same time?
at the same time. Yes.
How many bedrooms is the house?
When they had
Not
all those
enough.
dogs, it was a 4 or 5 bedroom house.
Your couch must have been covered in dog hair.
No, because I don't remember that. I don't remember that. It could have been.
Holy
I really don't remember. And then, but here's the thing: at the time they're acquiring dogs, it's like my older sister, probably like going to college.
Yeah,
I'm
coming in, people are moving around.
Dogs are
yeah.
coming in. People are moving out.
5 dogs is a lot.
Who would walk the dogs? Would you have to walk them?
Walk.
No.
Why do you think they're so fucking fat?
What about the dog shit
Doing
in the
Uber
backyard?
Eats.
This has come up on the podcast.
This
recently.
yeah.
Did you clean it up?
Me no.
Somebody in the family
Yes.
or the landscaper.
Yeah, and my mom would do a lot of that. Yeah, and then
Did you have to cut? What were your chores? You have to cut the grass.
So
or
I did
anything?
cut grass. It's a funny thing. It's
Scare
like
the hippies.
there's like cultures and communities where it's normal and then where it's not. And for some reason, when we were in the Midwest, cutting your lawn was just routine.
Sure.
Like I cut the lawn in Minneapolis and Milwaukee for years, and it's like we moved to Florida, and they're like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? You don't cut the grass here."
Hire somebody to do it.
people
It was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
everybody, and like even like lower middle income people would have. I think a part of it is that it's 150.
Sure.
That's true.
And so
I also think there was a time where that turned. Where
Maybe-
it
maybe it
became
was.
more affordable for landscapers to be like, hey, I can come for $30. And you're
yeah.
like, okay, great.
So once we were in Florida, I never did yard work. I never.
What kind of equipment were you riding in?
So
Push.
I remember we had the push,
Oh,
and
those
then
things fucking
in that
suck.
Milwaukee house with my dad went and got the riding mower.
John Deere, what was it?
I don't remember the brand.
Craftsman?
Could have been a craftsman.
If it was a deer, you'd know it.
Yeah,
You
I don't-
remember. You
I-
never forget a deer, Tom.
Let me
You'd
tell
be,
you
you'd
something.
be riding that thing around. What are you talking about?
You're right.
Yeah.
I would have remembered.
Yeah,
that.
you remember
JD?
it. Yeah.
Come on, everyone remembers
But
the
that
yellow
was
and
the
the green.
shit, and I was fucking. I gotta say, I was thrilled to be doing that.
I liked
fucking
it. It
loved
Rider?
until it became
It
a
was
chore.
Before you could drive,
And like they had
it was
like
fucking
I think
awesome.
I might as well have a golf
it was
cart.
pretty like substantial. Like it wasn't enormous amount of land, but it took a
Enough,
while
yeah.
to
Get
do
out
it.
there for a
Yeah.
little
You
while.
You feel
Clear your
empowered
head.
when you
Yeah,
were doing it.
it was
Yeah.
great.
Smoke
I fucking
your
loved
bones.
it. Yeah,
Did you ever joyride the riding lawnmower off the property?
That's a bad look.
a little bit, but not far.
Blades down?
but a little bit.
Didn't go to the circle.
throwing,
K or anything.
throwing rocks at everybody.
Yeah.
Fucking cars
There
up.
was a Nazi across the street. I forgot that.
You should have opened with that.
I know.
What are you doing? Talking about your tennis courts.
It took me a while to put it together. He was like 90 and German, and
The flag didn't give it away. What do you think?
and I fucking I really click with this guy.
Really got along, Shouldn't be his
Wait,
memorabilia.
did he have a family?
It was this old German couple, and there's a lot of Germans in Milwaukee.
Okay.
But then we're talking. Old as fuck, and he was a little older than her. When we moved there, he had to be like in his 80s, and like he was a mess, but like sweet. And
Sweet
she was,
Nazi.
yeah,
I
sweet,
got you.
hateful guy,
But like I didn't put together, and then all of a sudden, some time goes by, and it's like talking about, oh, you're in the military, you're in the war, and I was like, which war were you in? I'm like, oh,
Wasn't Fallujah, I'll tell you that much.
I'm like, wait, you're 85.
What's Normandy really like?
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Damn, he was a German soldier?
Yeah,
Why does they let him over here?
yeah. I'm sure he had.
Should have reported
They still catch him out in Queens every now and then.
him. Yeah.
Do they
Yeah,
really?
yeah. They got a guy like a couple of years ago, a guy living out in like fucking Ridgewood, Queens.
Some
Wow.
tooth puller. or
I've
something
seen
like
those
that.
those documentaries on it. It's fascinating.
Oh, when they get him in Argentina?
Oh, yeah, they get him.
Well, there's that one about the guy he had a nickname, and it was a whole like I mistaken. He was like, "That's not me." It was like
That's
fucking
right.
Benny
That was the
Butcher or whatever.
Cleveland guy, I think.
Yeah, he was out in the Midwest.
That
Wasn't
was
fluffy,
fantastic.
I can tell you
It
that.
wasn't
No.
fluffy, no. But those, they went to Brazil and Argentina a lot, and That was what's it called? Eichmann was captured down there.
They got Eichmann in Argentina.
That was fascinating.
Yeah.
Story. And it was all because like if you watch these crime stories, like one of the big things about if you commit a crime with a group of people is that somebody wants to brag. Right? Like if you rob a place, remember like even in like Goodfellas, it's like start living it up. They're like, don't spend the fucking money, right? Like
we do that now.
Stop being flick. Get this fucking thing off.
See Goebbels doing that speech.
Yeah.
Put that meat
Well,
coat away.
I tell you, don't fucking buy anything.
Take it easy. So, but
Pulls up in a pink Cadillac.
I
They're gonna make us.
Big Cadillac with the Nazi flags on it.
hey,
It's in my mother's name.
what are you
the
doing?
fuck?
It was a Christmas present.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. Kev, let's talk about that Mint Mobile.
Mint Mobile, best in the biz at Mint Mobile.
$15 a month. Don't be a bozo. What do you got? T-Mobile, Sprint, like a loser.
Getting ripped off.
Probably paying $9-10 grand a month just to fucking text message.
That's how they get you. And they put you in a contract for, I don't know, about 47 years.
Yeah, they lock you. What's this, a studio deal? Let's go. The silent film era is over. Get on fucking Mint Mobile.
Yeah, T-Mobile owns my masters. Trying to buy them back.
Trying to re-record them like Taylor Swift.
There's no catch. You might be thinking, what's the catch? Nothing. 15 beans a month. And
15 beans.
The secret sauce is the company sold directly. They serve the wireless service
There's
online.
no middleman.
Cut them out the retail stores.
There we go.
Cut them off at the pass.
You got peanut butter in your mouth.
You got to flank these guys. 2, over, out. Alpha, Bravo. For anyone who hates their phone bill, Mint Mobile offers premium service for just $15 a month. It gives you the best rate, whether you're buying one or for a family. And Mint Family start at 2 lines.
There
it's
you
my
go.
kind of family.
Not bad.
Very new age.
Nuclear.
Nuclear. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get that plan shipped directly to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/garbage. That's mintmobile.com/garbage. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/garbage. Do it.
Kip, let's talk about SoFi.
SoFi, baby.
I don't know about you, but I'm pretty stupid when it comes to investing.
Everything?
Yeah, a lot of stuff. I don't know what's going on. The NFTs, the
A
crypto,
Dogecoin
this,
and
that.
Elon Musk.
I don't know what it is, but wouldn't it be nice if there was an app where you could get all those questions answered? All right? Your NFTs, your crypto, your EFTs, all that stuff. They start throwing around meme stocks and this and that. I don't know what they're talking about, but SoFi does.
Yeah, SoFi squares you up. They take care of you. They take the guesswork out of it. There's no commissions
guesswork
on trading stocks and EFTs, plus no account fees or hidden fees.
No.
Whether you either get started with investing or you already know the ropes and you just want to diversify your portfolio a little bit, they got you. So if you're a beginner, get on board. If you're an expertise, they still got something for you. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Use fractional shares to start as low as $5 to buy brand name stocks, even if you don't have a couple of grand laying around. If you just want to buy $5, I don't know, something.
There you go.
Whatever
Just
you
get
like.
your toe wet.
Your favorite shoe company, boom, buy that.
Open the door a little bit.
Out the door. Get hands-on with active investing, or let SoFi's #1 ranked automated investing tool or robo-investor take the stress out of building and managing a diversified portfolio by doing it for you. They know what they're doing.
Portfolio.
Cut through the jargon and make investing easier with SoFi. Visit SoFi.com/garbage to learn how you can win up to $1,000 in stock when you open an account. That's SoFi, SoFi.com/garbage. Brokerage and active investing products offered through SoFi Securities LLC. Member FINRA/SIPC. Now back to the show.
But fucking Eichmann's son told
Barry.
a girl that he was on a date with.
Really?
Couldn't help himself. He's like 16. He's like, my dad killed so many fucking children.
Jesus,
like,
that's you trying to get laid with that?
She then is the one who
Blew up the cover.
blew up the cover. Yeah, yeah, because he couldn't keep his mouth
Guys
shut.
trying to get laid.
Yeah,
They'll get
you
you.
want to hear a cool story?
My dad killed 6 million people, allegedly.
Oh, you scored a touchdown at the game, huh?
Yeah.
Where do you hear this? Holy fuck. It was a Nazi across the street. What was your first car?
Your personal one.
Your personal. We know you're a big car guy.
My dad
Okay.
got me in 1996 a
Okay.
1996 new base model Ford Mustang.
Damn, I loved that car.
Really?
That was a
Red.
very specific red. It was
Yeah.
those. Yeah, they were. That was a great year for those.
bad.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Now,
So things were going well,
Right
obviously.
before I drove that
wondering
for a
if the
few
Cobra hit
months,
at the same
I
time.
drove my sister's Honda Accord.
Nice.
But then he got me
Hatchback?
that. No,
I had a
It was
hatchback.
Oh, nice.
Stick. You drive stick?
I do now. I didn't then.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised. The Mustang wasn't a stick?
No, and it was the beginning of like,
That was the beginning of the end for the Mustangs.
well, not just that, but also like there had been a, like by the late '90s a real decline the decline was beginning massively for manual production going
Yeah.
down. So it was like, like my,
It's like 3% of cars
they had,
now.
Yeah, of course.
manual.
Now,
and it
forget
goes down
about it.
every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like it wasn't even an option. They were just like, no, everything's
Yeah.
So yeah.
My wife is German, actually, from Germany. So she knows,
Really?
Yeah, she knows. I have to do a deep dive on her family after this, I guess. No, she's actually Jewish. But she knows how to drive stick, and I feel like the biggest pussy
Can I
when we
tell
go
you
over there
something?
because I can't drive.
You gotta you should
She's
just
driving around like fucking Jason Bourne, and I'm
you gotta do once
sitting there
I
with my
learned
vagina
It's
in my
fucking
hand.
awesome.
it is such a
I can
thrill.
do it.
awesome.
I used to valet, so I could do it to like park cars.
Yeah.
I did stall a bunch of people's nice cars.
Yeah, of course.
But,
Get out there.
I remember
there's
no
there's
fucking
just no time to do
there's
it.
like almost no panic like that panic of
Oh.
out
The
being
world's
out.
Yeah, the
in
world's
on
coming
the
down on you in that
and
moment.
people are like, "Fucking go!" You know,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Fucking
you're like
popping
freaking
the
out.
clutch.
Yeah, but once you get over that, it takes a little bit. It's so much fun.
I just my key is automatic, so we're okay.
Yeah,
for
there you
now.
go.
Yeah.
What are you rolling around in now?
I got a few rides now.
Lay it on
You
me,
do. We got all the
Mr.
time in the world, sir.
Segura.
You want me to
What's the
list?
day to day? What are you zipping around from the house to the studio?
Benzo.
No, I
Or
have
you got drivers?
no. I have a new Porsche GT3 Touring.
That's the day to day. That's the knockaround car.
Yeah, that's
That's
my.
pretty
Is
crazy.
that is that a lease? You got to lease it?
No, I bought that.
I got a 3-year lease.
I got a 997 Gen 1 GT3 RS.
Okay, I don't even know what that is. Yeah,
That's
no
a
shit.
Porsche.
Okay.
Okay.
I got a 718 GT4. That's another Porsche.
Okay.
I have a Cayenne Turbo. That's a Porsche.
Right.
I
That's
have-
kind of the family. That would be.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a
Going to the
Panamera
movies.
Turbo S. That's a Porsche.
Damn.
Really?
I have.
What's
a,
the garage situation? How many cars can you fit in there?
At
right?
least 6, I think.
Now I keep 'em on the lawn. Keeping it real.
I can fit 5 in there.
Okay.
Fit 5.
What's
Yeah.
with the
You got a
Porsche?
5-car
Where did the
garage?
Porsche thing come from? I mean, I get they're obviously
got cash.
great cars, but
Yeah,
of course he's got cash.
Once you start driving them, it really is a game changer.
Seinfeld's a big Porsche guy.
He's got a lot. I think he's
talk
got,
to him about Porsches.
No,
you ever
no.
meet the man?
I've never met Seinfeld. No, he definitely has a
Think he leases them?
he has a wild collection.
Yeah.
Don't
Like,
go over 10,000 miles. huh?
I think he has like 100 and something.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you meet Leno? Did you ever do cars with Leno?
Yes, I did his show.
Oh, the garage.
That was awesome. He's a really fun guy to talk to about cars. He's got a crazy collection. I got a Range Rover.
That's
Okay.
that's my next level up. I want to get a Range.
Then I have a couple resto mods being done right now. You know,
I didn't. What's
So-
that?
so
Oh,
like-
Transformers. Come on.
yeah, like
Get in the game, fatty.
Is that a
have-
missile?
I have like a '68 Ford Bronco resto mod being built.
Awesome.
My
then I'm-
stepdad's redoing a Bronco.
Yeah,
right
those are
now
pretty
as well.
cool.
Yeah.
We eat in the Porsche.
We eat any of the cars.
in the car, like in the car, like the GTs.
Yeah.
Not really. No.
No.
You're also
But-
probably not like hitting the drive-through anymore because you're running a tight ship now.
Yeah, I mean,
Health-wise.
When's the last time
Right.
you were at a drive-through?
that's a good question.
Really? It's
Yeah.
been that long.
And what's
Well-
what's your poison if you do go? What?
Shit,
doing
you ask
Burger
me,
King,
I tell
McDonald's?
you Tuesday.
Yeah.
Easy.
No,
Boom.
I probably was like last year. I probably hit a Chick-fil-A. I love Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
Yeah, that,
You
for
know,
some reason, it
with
feels
the
like you're eating
Chick-fil-A
healthy
sauce.
Yeah.
You know, that
Polynesian
sauce,
sauce or
and
something.
those
I'm with
waffle fries.
Ooh.
Those are
Great.
shit, dude.
They know what they're doing over there.
But I love like my favorite indulgence, which I haven't had in a while, is McDonald's fries. Those are the fucking piping hot. McDonald's
Everything at
fries.
McDonald's.
Fresh out, it's great.
Those are the shit. I mean, I used to fucking just eat myself into like I think I would just scare my esophagus. Like I would eat them handfuls hot and like
Yeah.
gasp for air,
Mhm.
and then I'd be like, could we get more?
Piping
Like,
hot.
yeah, piping hot.
That's what I'm talking about.
By the way, McDonald's, I still remember this. If you get, because I would be obsessed about that temperature. If you go to like any McDonald's and you get fries and they're like lukewarm, and you tell them, they'll make new fries.
Yeah.
Well, he's big
for
on the
you.
lightly salted, right? Is that what you do?
Oh, that's what you like?
Just so they do new ones.
Yeah. No, what I have a trick at fast food places.
Breaks in after night. Deep fries.
Give me the
ahead.
fucking. You always make and you call an audible. You make an adjustment to the thing. You take something off or
So
add
they
something
make it
to
fresh.
it. That way they're making it fresh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little fat guy tip for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Will you put anything? Do you have air fresheners in the cars?
I don't have any air fresheners.
You don't do
I guess
anything
if you're
like
not eating, you're not smoking. There's no real need to.
Yeah, no, I have a guy come to the house and detail the cars.
that. Really?
Yeah.
God damn.
That's
So I
kinda-
guess there's no steering wheel cover in there, I would have said.
You have eyelashes on any of them?
There's
no
nuts. There's
beads
truck
on the
nuts.
seat.
There's truck nuts.
Truck nuts on the Cayenne,
Yeah, there's
yeah.
truck nuts. Yeah.
Is there really?
No, you fucking idiot. Oh my god.
No, but I love cars, dude. I'm seriously contemplating getting a storage place. I also have the race car that Bert got me.
Of course.
I know.
That's Spec E46 and a trailer.
We were
Because
kind of
I
kicking
can't
around
drive
the
it on the
idea
street. Yeah.
getting one to race against you guys.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, we were-
nice.
yeah.
Nice. You
Not there
better
just
get your
yet.
fucking wife ready.
Yeah, exactly. Have you ever driven on the Autobahn?
No, never driven the Autobahn.
Pretty cool.
That's got to be.
It's a wild scene.
That's got to be.
Just every
cool.
now and then,
I'm
like-
doing a European tour.
Just go for it. Even
Next
if you're
year.
not, don't drive. I mean, I'm sure you, because you can just rent like a fucking whatever
Yeah.
for like an hour.
That'd be
just to
awesome.
go fucking tear it. But like to watch them drive by you, it's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it.
Have you guys ever thought about doing the Gumball Rally?
We've talked about doing a couple things. I mean, there's some things in the works that we're talking about as far as, like getting involved in.
What, can you like get into Le Mans or anything like
Going-
that?
they're going to Mars.
But I think we're gonna do something fun, like race wise, endurance wise.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking.
Oh, that's
about
Like
like
Cannonball Run?
something like that.
Ooh,
Yeah, yeah.
we
that
can get in on that.
Yeah, you
kidding
could.
Me?
Yeah, you
I'll be
could.
Dom DeLuise.
we should do it and not tell them just show up. Just waiting at the fucking
We're
start
here.
line. Like,
Yeah.
let's go.
Just in a
motherfucker.
regular car.
Yeah. What the fuck is this?
We're in your mom's Jeep. You're worried about the miles.
I can. I'm almost done with my miles. You got a fish tank at the house?
No.
Okay. Did
Any
you have one?
pets? Sorry.
One growing up.
There was certain houses where it wasn't like one of those elaborate ones.
Okay.
But there was definitely times where like we're getting fish. And there's a fish tank, and
Was it ever empty in the house? Empty fish tank in the house? That's a real tough.
that's a real tough.
It's a
look.
bad smell,
Yeah,
too.
that's a real fucking
Yeah.
South Jersey look.
Welcome to the show, Tom.
No, I don't think so. I think it was pretty much. There was definitely times you're like, have they eaten?
Yeah. There's one looking a little foggy-eyed.
My mom, like, I do so much.
Any pets now for the kids? Anything?
Dude, you know what? Just this happened last week. It's funny that you're asking. This happened last week. So we rescued a dog.
Love it.
And we got him in 20, I think 12
I don't
or
think
13.
this
Oh, wow.
I don't think this is ending well.
Well,
Go
no,
ahead.
no. So then a few years later, around 2015, we got one from a breeder, a Brussels Griffon.
Nice.
If you ever, As Good as It Gets, that dog that like
Sure.
Jack Nicholson has, right?
Yeah. Friedel.
Yeah, right. So anyway, the rescue died in 2019. The one that we got from the breeder, it's like it's part of the family. We've had her for the time we've had kids. Like she was.
Your kids are how old?
They're 6 and one. The youngest about to be 4, so he's 3 turning 4.
So they know.
Well, yeah. So they, we got her a few months before the 6-year-old was born. So
Okay.
their whole life that
man.
she'd been there. We moved to Texas. Our youngest had been getting sick. Like his asthma started to, and it started to like really be a thing where like he's always sick now. And we went to doctors and they sent us, specialists, and they sent you to ear, nose, and throat, and then an allergist. Turns out they do a full blood panel. He has one of the highest allergic reactions to dogs.
Damn.
To dogs. So we're like, fuck. So I called my mom. I was like, she's like, send her
ninth
here.
dog, he's
So
coming.
She's now with my mom.
Okay, that's not
Yeah,
bad. You can get
yeah.
rid of it. That's good.
Yeah.
It's like, you didn't leave me on a Burger King. Or something.
Yeah.
Remember the Chick-fil-A story?
Go. Yeah.
All right, not bad. Anybody ever been on the local news for anything growing up? Were you on the local news growing up?
I don't think so, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
no.
classy.
It's
I
Pretty
like it.
classy.
It's not
Wait,
trashy.
have you
yeah.
been on the local news?
No, wish I was though.
No.
Yeah, like it's an accomplishment in his family.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a couple of cousins that saw a house fire. They were on the news.
That's the best
Quit
shit.
bragging.
Oh man. When they fill you in on the story.
Oh, yeah.
I had a cousin when the Eagles were in the Super Bowl down in Florida, like, Comcast Sportsnet or whatever, like the local Philly channel went down.
Yeah.
They were interviewing people. And
Local dirtball.
yeah, they cut to him, and he was boozing heavy at the time.
Yeah.
And he's got a huge black eye. And then they're like, hey, sir, what? You enjoying the festivities? He's like, yeah. They're like, what happened to your eye? He's like, you should see her. And then was like, dude. Then he was like, did you see me? I was on the news. And all the ants like, yeah, we saw.
Yeah, that's what we're talking
What
about.
is like? There is such a special level of savage that comes from Philly. Like, it is,
I know, it's crazy. It's wild,
Why?
man.
Why is it?
I don't know.
It's like I don't know.
We're out
man.
in the burbs, and it
It's
ain't
so
much
hard.
better out there.
We're in it, so
Yeah.
it's tough for us. It's
To-
just
to, like, analyze why.
If you get if somebody got arrested for beating up like a Dallas Cowboys fan at an Eagles game,
Yeah.
like you'd get to be like, fucking here, fucking,
Yeah.
Joey knocked out some
famous.
pussy. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's a badge of honor,
Right.
And I don't know why that is, but we're just
Yeah.
in it. It's just normal.
It's like this thing too. Is like when you do stand up, especially like you tour like as I've just toured for years and
Yeah,
years and
yeah,
years. You just get like feels for like parts
Sure.
of the country. And you're like, this is like this. And like when people are like, what's Philly? I'm like, dude, it is fucking animals.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
Philadelphia area is
That
fucking.
is fucking savage.
Philly's still a city where it's like you can still get got. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You can still it's like check your fucking six because
Yeah.
someone might be fucking coming to get you.
And just the way someone fucking will talk to someone on the street, you're like, Jesus Christ.
Well, dude, it's
just
like
fucking-
there's this weird thing of like if somebody Wawa is like the perfect thing. It's like if you hold the door for someone at Wawa and they don't say thank you.
gonna
But it's
be
like
an
you'll do the
issue.
polite thing of like there's
Yeah.
a common courtesy of like everybody respects everybody, but the second you break that line of respect, it's like
Yeah.
I've seen just
You don't say
fist fights.
fucking thank you,
Yeah, it's like you're
dickhead.
fucking
Yeah.
welcome.
You get
and it's
one of
like-
those.
Yeah.
And if you don't say thank you, it's like, well, then you're squaring up in the fucking
I gotta
parking
tell
lot.
you, I kind of like that.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's the
I'll
way
say
it's-
this:
that's-
there's never been a city more comfortable with people walking around in broad daylight in pajama bottoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's
The level
okay
And
of
with
like
bag
that.
house
in
slippers
Philly.
and
Oh,
shit. Yeah.
everybody's cool.
They'll
with
go to
that.
the
You
mall,
know,
dude.
LA will have. I remember this place. Walking into a place, holding the door for a woman, who was like, "I can do that, thank you." And I was like, "The fuck?"
Get the fuck out of
She
here.
would have got knocked out.
Yeah. Stupid bitch. Like flex on her. Yeah.
All right.
I'm kidding. Toby cut that.
Anyone in your family ever own a PT Cruiser?
No.
Okay.
Anyone in your family ever claimed to have seen a UFO?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Have you ever bought the floor model of a TV or an appliance?
For sure, for sure that's happened.
Okay.
For sure that's happened.
Like asked to
Like
knock off a couple
didn't,
of bucks.
but oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you
we'll
gotta
take this
understand,
one.
Also, with a South American in the
A
family,
lot of haggling.
like
It's part of the culture.
I mean, we're talking like she's in Bloomingdale. She's like, can you do better? I'm like, this is not a flea market. This is a department store. And she's like, and she'll be
Yeah,
like,
it's
tell
like
you,
not like the cashier
she'll
isn't
tell
setting the
you,
prices.
Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I
And
got
I'm
it.
like, they're not going to change the price. That's a fucking Ralph Lauren shirt. You just have to buy it.
She's trying to,
MSRP, lady.
Yeah.
trying to trade her shirt in for the old.
Yeah.
I'll give you his and
I'll
mine.
give you these. Yeah.
I have to ask, just because it's standard operating procedure, what's the credit score like?
I mean,
Probably fine. Like, yeah.
1,000?
It's
There's
gotta
no
be-
way you have
it's-
blemishes at this point.
it's stellar. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is.
Uh-huh.
It's got to be exemplary. Yeah.
What kind of
Again, no disrespect. To
No, I
Yeah,
don't
we
know.
got it.
I don't know the score, but it's definitely
fine.
admirable.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What kind of steel you walking around with? Amex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a
Is
couple.
that the go-to?
I have one for touring, one for personal.
One for business, obviously. Yeah.
Actually, I have three because I have one for personal purchases, one for related to podcast stuff, and
course.
one
Nice.
related to touring. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I got a debit card, not
I
bragging.
have millions of points. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Millions.
Millions.
You know what we have? I just looked this morning.
What?
149,000.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's about $4.
We get a race car.
Maybe could. You maybe could actually.
Damn.
That's jack shit when it comes to Amex points.
I'm waiting for them to call me and be like, you have to use these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
That's how trashy we are. I looked to see the equivalent I could get in American Express gift cards.
Nice.
Christmas bonus is coming up.
Here we
Hey.
go. Everybody wins.
Do you have a Capital One card?
Do you want one? I get $500 if I refer.
I do. I get 500 if I sign up a friend.
No.
Come
we
on.
just started making money about
Dude,
6
it's
months
fucking
ago.
congratulations.
Oh,
Isn't it the
thank
best?
It's
Yeah,
a-
well, yeah, it's fucking awesome.
No,
it's
but
a
it
foot
really-
off the neck for sure.
It is, and it should be celebrated. I have a real problem with people.
Well, that's what I've always respected about you. You don't. A lot of people hide that they fly private. You're like, I'm flying. I'm doing it. I'm
Buddy,
doing it.
we're blowing it as we make it.
Dude,
Literally.
We just lost $10,000 on a.
On a
That
bet?
was on a bet. That was one of the
Atlantic
bets.
City.
Once we hit a certain number on Patreon, we'll just go down and blow 10.
you make it tomorrow. Don't worry about it.
You'll make it tomorrow.
You're
He
fine.
just made it during this fucking
Listen,
podcast.
you're fine. It should be celebrated. You know, you got to be smart with it, but you should have fun with it. And by the way, I could not do this. The tour that I'm on, could not do it flying commercial.
Oh no, of
It'd be
course.
impossible.
Yeah.
Sure.
You had your tour
It's
is
the stupidest of all time.
proper nuts.
It's proper insane. I mean, I'm at over 200 shows right now on the tour, and there's 1 year left on the tour.
Can't do that waiting in a Delta lounge like
Yeah.
a bozo.
We would fucking. I think the whole tour crew would be dead. There's like fucking 6 of us. They're like right now. They go like, we're all wiped, and I'm like, yeah. They go, you really need to take a break. I'm like, yeah. No, I'm going to do press.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Kid's a worker.
We're boys with We're good friends with Potter, and we were talking.
Oh, he's great.
He's great. And we were talking to him one time. He had just got back opening up for
Speaking
you
of classy
in-
gentlemen.
Oh
Yes,
my god,
the classiest.
he's the reason we asked the street name
Yeah.
because he grew up on Route 87 Boulevard.
Like a proper turnpike.
You could see a toll booth out front of his house.
He is one of my absolute favorites.
Oh, dude. We
Yeah.
were just with him when we were in Los
But
Angeles.
we were
love
asking
to
him,
death.
and we're like, oh, he's like, yeah, I was out with Tom. He's like, I'm just such an idiot. He's like, I don't understand levels of success to the point where he was like, oh, what time's your flight? And you're like, I'm leaving after the fucking show. And he's like, it didn't even comprehend. He's like, I thought he was just going to go to the airport. He's the best.
He's great.
Did you collect anything growing up? Chinese stars, nunchucks, anything like that?
Beanie Babies, commemorative place.
I had some of those.
You dirtbag.
There was
Anybody in the 80s, if you
Dude.
were, you had to.
I mean, first of all, I was taking Taekwondo, and
was
I
there like a strip mall, like a Tiger Schulman's?
yeah. And here's the thing: I was pretty highly ranked. Like in retrospect, I'm like, they were just like, could you pay for another round?
Yeah.
And they're like, here's another
At
belt.
Tiger Schulman really
Your
pulled
dad
the
must
wool
have
over.
been looking at you like,
I
what
remember,
the fuck?
I remember walking out of a class.
Gotta
one
get him
time,
from his ballet.
And I was like 8 or 9, and a 40-year-old man was like, Jesus Christ, this kid could kill somebody. He's a fucking, he's a
He's
red
gonna
belt.
register his hands.
Like, and I was just like, I mean, I was this fucking sweet, gentle kid. I was
You
like,
got a Slurpee in your hand.
And then we started to get, because we're taking those classes, yeah, we're getting into like nunchucks, Chinese stars,
Yeah.
pretending
Sure.
we're
You're in
ninjas
your
and
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Oh,
That's what
yeah.
I'm talking about.
Give myself black eyes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Ah, that's fucking beautiful.
When you first started making money, was there any like silly purchase?
Yeah,
like
you
a
look
dirt
back
bike
and you're
or
like,
a,
I didn't need the
Something
fucking-
stupid? Jet ski?
Yeah. Well, I have 2.
You have 2 now?
Yeah.
Are they at the house? or-
Yeah. We live on the lake, so yeah.
Oh, really? Like,
guy's
on the,
doing
like
all
you
right.
can walk out your backyard and go to a lake?
I have a boat and yeah, in the backyard.
Damn.
Yeah.
Cigarette boat?
No.
Be cool.
You running blow? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Who the fuck has a cigarette boat in a lake?
Yeah.
That's how little you know about boats.
Damn, dude. Really? He's walked down to the lake. You got a pool back there, too?
Mm-hmm.
Hot tub?
Yeah.
He said 200 cities, you idiot. What the fuck? Who's doing 200 cities that have a goddamn hot tub?
Trying to
What kind of lawnmower do you have now?
That's a John Deere.
It's a push mower, though. I want to stay humble.
It's a plug-in. Takes me about 3 days to do it.
That's the trashiest of
Oh,
lawnmowers. If you
forget
have to
it.
plug in your lawnmower.
Oh, the dumbest thing right away was a pen.
A pen?
Like, I was like in a store. Here's the thing. You ever feel guilty in store? Like I felt
to
guilty.
buy something.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
like, I need to use the bathroom, and there was like a nice store, and then I was like, I'll buy something, and I bought a pen. It was like $500.
What?
Yeah, and then I left, and I was
there
like,
a
"What
naked
the fuck
lady
am
on
I
it?"
doing? No, it was like
Turn it
Was it
upside
4
down?
different colors?
It's so stupid.
It was one of those real, like a nice.
I was like, this is. I
And
would
you-
definitely not be mentioning that I bought this. That was one of those things. You're like, keep this to your fucking self. Yeah. Yeah, that was so dumb.
Hey, we got an 8-ball. I got a new pen.
I got a pen.
Yike. Was it a cross pen? Those
No.
were hot for a while.
Those
Remember
were hot.
cross
Yeah,
pens? Woo.
there was
Could never write with
cross,
them. They'd slip out of your hand.
Mont Blanc,
Ooh,
and then
Mont Blanc.
then Cartier. Yeah, those are nice ones.
Are you double jointed?
No, I used to be able to take my index fingers and touch
Ugh.
my wrist here for a long time, and then it finally I could go.
That's circus shit.
Yeah, you're like an X-Men.
like pretty far, but like it used to be able to touch here, and that stopped at some point.
Can you gleek?
No, and I wish it happens only on
By
accident,
accident,
yeah.
I always tell you, we knew a kid that could do it in a continuous stream.
That's amazing.
Oh, dude.
I don't understand how it
He's
happened.
dead now, but
It
course
was
he's
wild.
dead. Yeah.
We were in a car and we saw him on his school bus. We stopped the school bus and made him get off and do it. in front
Is
of
it
us.
Gleek for you? Yeah.
Dude, it was fucking legendary.
Stop the bus. Yeah.
we got a gleeker back there. Have you ever skied in jeans?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's one of those things is like, those socioeconomic bumps.
Of course.
That we
now
probably
you're skiing.
Well, we're in like Minneapolis. So like you can go, but we're not buying you all new gear.
Sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure. It was
Pair of jeans
everything.
and a smoky windbreaker.
Look-
when
Looking
you're
like a bricklayer.
you're a kid in a city like that, you're just out in jeans every day in snow. And like it's the worst, right? It's just there's so much snow. It's cold as fuck.
That
in
would
Minnesota.
suck.
And you're just you're in wet denim all the time.
Fucking sucks.
Yikes.
Have you ever had one of those trick voicemails where you go, hello? What was that? Hello. Ha ha, got you.
No,
Believe it or not, Tom is in at home. When you guys would go out to dinner as a family, as a kid, would you ever order the same thing? Like everyone gets the lemon chicken or the chicken
No,
parm?
it wasn't like that.
Okay.
You know, it was the fucking worst. My dad used to go, he had like this like anxiety of like, let's get home, like always.
So my dad had a
Get back
Right?
to fucking base camp. I
I mean,
got it.
always.
My
Yeah.
dad
Everybody
had to.
get the whole fucking team
So
home safe.
you're at a
social anxiety. They
Yes.
just, they didn't understand
that
it.
he didn't understand. So like we're all having dinner, right? And it's like it would be like if you guys
Who
like,
is that
were
guy? Why is he
still-
looking at me?
You're still eating, like you're eating, and he would take his bite and he would go, "Ready to go?" And we're
Yeah.
like, "We're all eating right now, man." And he was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, okay." And then he would just be like, and you're like, and then
Hey,
you,
Dad, get a Sanker or something,
Yeah.
will you?
then you finish your last bite. He's like, "You ready now?" And you're like, "Can we just
Yeah, just
fucking
let me chill for a
like
minute.
relax?"
Go
And
start the
I'm
car.
like, No,
No.
always got to go.
Yeah. Never.
Will you take leftovers home now? Like if you go out to a restaurant, if you're not on tour, it's you and your wife, the family go out.
Very rarely,
Yeah.
dude. I don't like
trashy.
to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more like I don't know. I just feel like whatever you ate is what you ate.
That's
there.
what I'm saying. Yeah. It's like I'm
Yeah.
not taking these
Yeah.
last 4 bites of lemon chicken home.
Yeah,
You know
right,
what I mean?
right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
All right, if we're doing the restaurant,
Let's get into
let's
it.
get into it. Okay.
I go large.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, you order. First of all, when is the situation where you're not paying, where it's not your show? It's rare, I would assume.
Agent's probably taking you out. They'll pick it up
Rogan-
after a show in the city.
What
That's
if it's
true.
you and Rogan out to dinner? Are you fighting over the check?
I
Are
try.
you splitting it?
No.
Okay.
No. I try.
I would kick you out of this room
I've
if you tried
tried-
to split a fucking check.
I've tried to, and given the card if I know I'm having dinner with Joe or somebody.
Ahead of time.
yeah.
Class you here.
Real
Put it on
class,
that.
yeah.
That's the class.
Make
guess
sure,
give it
make
to
sure
him.
you put it on here.
Yes,
I did that this weekend down the shore.
It's a nice move.
Got
you know?
declined.
Yeah. So
It's
you
also-
don't have to get to that.
Gotta go to my mom.
Yeah. I like. If you can afford to do it, it's nice to be able to treat people to.
Yeah.
Also, so you don't have that weird. Let me get it.
Yeah.
You just go. It's taken care of.
And he's always paid for fucking everything for years.
Of course.
you
Of
know,
course.
so-
Yeah.
He does okay.
yeah, he does all right.
Does good.
Yeah.
Order appetizers for the table for everybody. You like to do
I
the
do that
share?
a lot. I do that a lot.
Nice.
Yeah. if we get to we're on the road.
So
nice
you and
restaurant,
the crew goes out.
we sit down. I'll be like, hey, can you bring out like 3 of
Bam,
these,
bam,
2
bam,
of these?
bam.
Like, yeah. Start
Do you
us
do
off.
that? Like, hey, get these. We're still figuring it out. Let's
Yeah.
start dropping
Let's
the
start-
fucking
yeah.
asparagus.
Put
or
some
whatever.
fucking food out here, man.
Yeah.
Have you ever ordered everything off the menu?
Yes.
Really? Give me everything.
I went. There was this French guy. What is his name? He owns Trey. He's I might follow him on Instagram, and he would do these pop-ups that were just fucking unbelievable.
Okay. In Austin?
No, in L.A. And I'm trying to remember his name.
Trey Griffith?
No. I was saying Trey like French. Okay. His name is Ludo. Ludo Lefebvre. I don't know.
Ooh, that was
That
pretty
wasn't
good.
that bad.
So he
This
owns
guy's been to
Petit
Paris.
Trois and Ludo à la Maison. So I think
That's
he has
not,
a,
and he is dual lingual. That's pretty good
so
too.
I think he might have a Michelin star. Anyway, he would do these pop-ups in LA for a while, meaning like, just take over a space
Sure.
and so the first time I went, I had a few things and I was like, holy shit. This is so incredible. Like,
Yeah, of course.
so the next time he had a pop-up and I got a table, I looked at the menu. I was like, yes. And they're like, yes. I go, yes, everything. Bring everything.
Run me through the fucking.
Make me sick.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm fucking talking
Yeah, that was
about.
the shit.
We're just starting to eat at places where we're like, Oh, there's this place where there was like the best burger in the city. We all took a bite, and I was like, I didn't know rich people have been eating different this whole
there's
time.
a difference.
There's really a difference.
Let me tell you the best thing about money. The best thing about money.
I'm listening.
It is not toys. It is not stuff. It is options. Options to do things that other people can't do.
I don't want to have to do this. Yeah.
And to make life easier.
Easier.
It is
That's
the
all I
best.
care about.
Like, in other words, a simple version of it would be like,
Getting bacon on your burger?
Bacon on your burger. Or like, to park, here's $20. When you're struggling, you're like, I'm not going to waste $20. I'll drive over there.
Yeah.
$20, park. The more and more things come like that have an option for you.
Yeah.
Right?
And you can remove any anxiety. I use it to like remove anxiety, remove thought, remove like, I can just put the car here and not have to worry about if I'm going to get a ticket.
We're kind of doing that now, but we really can't afford it.
Well, look, this Patreon's fucking blowing up.
You heard it here.
www.patreon.
Billion hours of content, I heard.
But food, it's like one of the greatest luxuries.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Being able to eat at a great place.
What would be the most, if it sticks out, that you ever spent on a meal?
I don't know if you want me to tell you.
No, we do.
You want to write it down like a rich guy? Write
Sure.
it down in a piece. Yes!
I'm going to read it out loud.
I'm 100% going to read it out loud.
It wasn't long ago.
Oh, yeah, take that one.
There you go.
This was
This is a first. Finally, I got
a
somebody
pretty
to write it down.
elaborate
Okay.
dinner I had. Okay.
Throw the credit card number down there, too. Just
Maybe a Finsky if you got it on you. Also, how much cash do you have on you right now?
I don't know.
Okay.
Want me to count?
What the fuck?
Let me see it.
Yeah.
Give me it.
How many people were there? It's just you.
It was
Ladies and gentlemen.
It was a group. It was a group of
okay,
us.
yeah.
But I mean,
What city?
Chicago.
Can I say what the number is?
I mean, do you think we should?
We
Yeah,
talk,
what
this
are you
is this is
talking
what
about?
honestly this is what people tune in for.
All right, sure.
Yeah.
$52,000.
It was my birthday.
That's more than I made last year.
On the books. No, yeah, that's your birthday, of course. Blow it the fuck out.
Yeah,
Is that with tip?
that was with tip.
Oh, all right, with tip. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, what's 5% of 52,000?
I figure with wine and tax, it's really only 38 grand. Holy shit!
Why we're in this world,
52 jihads.
what is the most you've ever given as a wedding gift? And then also I want to hear if you were coming to like just our wedding. You know what I mean? Not like, obviously the gift would probably have been like,
Which you're invited.
yeah, you are.
Yeah.
52,000 times, my friend.
Either way, send a gift.
Like it might have been like a niece or a nephew or something.
Yeah.
Like we had when Bert was on, Bert said he's like, I try to take care of their honeymoon.
Oh, that's a fucking move.
That's a
Yeah.
power.
That's a
move.
gangster move.
Tim said he had given Ben $50,000.
Really?
Because yeah.
Jesus Christ. He's got the fucking Bentley. I mean,
What are you doing? 200 in a card? What's going on?
Yeah.
It better be up
no,
now.
A blender?
Well, here's
What are
the
you
thing
doing?
is like
Hey, thanks for the George
So you're
Foreman
going to,
grill.
like, I don't know, you have a niece or a like nieces or nephews
well, that's the thing is I haven't been like
to like somebody that close.
yeah, and I haven't had like the weddings like they happen in your life for like a few years,
chunk,
and then
yeah.
they're like I haven't been
Okay.
invited to a wedding in
That's probably pretty true.
a long
Yeah.
time.
Do you have anybody hitting you up for cash?
I have had that happen. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
A large amount?
More
than dinner?
No, no. I've had people like investment opportunity. Like they're like, hey, you want to just get in on a sports drink? And I'm
A lot of sports.
and I'm
drinks.
like, nah.
Those
they're-
are hot right now.
And you know what the funny thing is that you can tell they're doing sales lines. They're like, sports drinks are one of the most popular. And you're like, I know you. Why are you talking to
It's
me?
like you're reading
this? Like,
Wikipedia
yeah.
right now. It's actually a $1.7 billion
Mom, what'd I
market.
tell you? Stop with this. You got the dog in the car.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I had a guy one time. This is terrible. This dude I know for a long time.
Uh-huh.
Goes, I'm in a jam for rent. And this is like the 29th. He's like, if I don't have rent.
Well, how long ago was this?
This was like 5 years ago.
Okay.
So you're cooking.
I'm doing well.
Rent. You must be like, what the fuck's
And
rent?
he's like, rent.
I got a lake house, motherfucker.
He goes, I got
I'll send you a jet ski.
rent's due, and if I could, if you could help me out, otherwise I'm going to be out. And I was like, Jesus Christ. All right. I go, well, I'm like traveling I was like international. I was like, dude, I'm not gonna get back. And he was like,
It was Potter.
And I remember being like, fuck, you know, I don't have a checkbook with me. I have to like call a business manager, and it was a whole thing, right?
A routing number.
And then it was like
They would think that's shady. You're
for
in fucking,
sure.
Yeah, you're
And
in
then
Europe somewhere.
It was like a Saturday, so I was like, they're not even like in the office.
Oh man, this
And
guy
this is somebody
does,
who's not I'm not regularly in communication.
Sure.
with.
This guy does
He
not know
reached
how to
out
be
for
a-
the favor.
You don't know how to be a scumbag if you're making moves like that. You know where you are. It's fucking make sure it's banking hours.
Yeah, exactly.
All that stuff.
So here's
Calling
the
him on
thing.
a Saturday.
And
It's
he's telling
rookie.
me I'm gonna get like kicked out. I'm like, fuck, and I'm like, well, it's Saturday. I don't know what to do. I also have like work. I have
got shit to
shows,
do. Yeah,
and
yeah.
I do my shows, and then I fly back. He's like, hey man, is there any way you can send me that? I'm like, it's the 3rd now.
Yeah, so you're not.
He's like,
out.
yeah, they told me if I get it to him, I can still stay.
Man, he's
So-
waiting on it.
Yeah, so I was like, okay. I go, you know, I mean, like, what am I
Sure.
going? I go, just send it to him. Send him the thing, and then you know,
My rent's $30,000 a month. By the way.
I'm in a penthouse.
yeah, it was like,
That's like when I forget who it was. It was like on that documentary Broke or whatever or something. It was like nobody needs $10,000. It was like people the second like athletes get their checks or whatever. It's like no one needs
yeah,
$10,000. They've made it this far without it. Like it's not going to change their life. They're
Yeah.
just going to blow it.
you don't have to pay for things for people, you know,
Yeah.
with your money.
hmm
Yeah, you
That's
could-
like they were like auditing people. The guy's like, yeah, I pay for 348 cell phones right now. You're like, what the fuck? It's just like fucking $20,000 a month in T-Mobile fucking plans.
Hear that, Patty? You're cut off as of right now. You eat your pizza crust?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you own a tux?
No,
You don't own how many
I don't.
suits? You own suits though, right?
I have a bunch of suits.
Bunch of suits.
Yeah.
Name brand or
They're fucking
designers?
Cooking,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, they are no shit.
Not
suits.
today's man or anything like that.
Now they're like Brioni.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is, what he just said. He's dropped a couple things. I'm like, oh, yeah. I don't know
Yeah,
what the
of
fuck
course,
he's
yeah,
talking
right.
about.
Is that a kind of oyster? I don't know what the fuck's this
They
guy.
have that at Men's Warehouse? What are we doing here?
They're fucking.
Are the jet skis in the water, like right there? Like if you landed at your house right now, we walk straight to your backyard. I get on a jet
You
ski.
got a helipad?
I'm cruising. Do you?
No, but I would
You have a submarine?
like to fucking get one.
Really?
No, so the jet skis are on
You have a
lifts,
submarine.
right? So you
Yeah,
press
they're
a
out of
button
the
and they
water.
go
Yeah.
zzz, and they go drop down.
So you have a little, like a little
Slip.
Dock.
boathouse or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
What kind of boat is it? Pontoon? What do you got?
It's a nautique. Yeah.
See, I don't know what is that.
It's pretty dope. It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outboard, inboard, what are we doing here? Center
It's-
console?
It's inboard. No. Whatever. Right side.
Right side,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who's driving it? You? You're
Yeah.
the captain.
No.
Cat.
Do you have the same pilot that flies the private jet, or is it who's ever there?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still pretty good though.
It's pretty great.
How do you feel about banana pudding?
I like how you're like, still pretty good.
I mean, I'll fuck with banana pudding. Yeah.
Mhm.
Was there a dish?
Yo, this boat is sick, fool. This is like if Guy Fieri was a boat.
It's got a smoker on it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty rad.
God damn it, man.
We only have time for a couple of more here, too.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, what was the last question?
I was going to say, was there a family
Red-
dish that was revered in the family? Your aunt's something
I always
Buffalo
casserole.
chicken
liked
dip.
certain, like, you know, you get used to, everyone has like a fucking distorted sense of their mother's cooking. You know?
Yeah,
They're like,
of
you got to
course.
try my mom's meatloaf. You're like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Um,
Cardboard.
yeah, I like, she'd make this Peruvian dish called lomo saltado, which is like a beef dish with
Okay.
like potatoes and rice and onions and corn. It's very, very like kind of renowned in cuisine.
Mm-hmm.
And so her version of that was like one of my
Solid,
favorite
yeah.
things to
Great.
eat. Yeah.
All right, real quick. Sleeping. King size bed, I assume?
Yeah.
How many pillows are on the bed?
A lot.
How many pillows do you sleep with?
I like to use one like kind of structured, like a thicker one.
Okay.
And then a softy underneath it, right?
Okay.
Sure.
And then I put a wrap around my eyes.
Nice.
And
Really?
I put a sleep guard in my mouth.
I can't
And
do
then I
it.
started doing this thing where I tape my mouth
I
closed.
just got the tape. My
Yeah.
wife just bought me the
Wow.
tape.
It's pretty
It
cool.
works?
It is.
I
It's
just
great.
came yesterday.
It forces your nose more.
Yeah. But you can
Open.
still breathe through
You
it in your
can,
mouth. if
and
you need to.
you'll feel more rested. You do feel
This
more
has been
rested.
hot guy
No,
corner.
no. Ladies, you're loosening up. No sleep apnea machine.
No sleep apnea machine.
All right, that's
Yeah.
pretty good. Pillow between your legs?
No, here's the thing. If
cuddle one?
I remember when, like, you know, if I'm kind of like whatever, I don't know if it's kind of getting into the morning and I want to sleep when I'm on my side and I grab one, I'll do it, but it's not fixed.
Gotcha.
Where it's every time. But I do like when I remember to, because you just
it's
aligns
nice.
your hips more. It's great.
His and her sinks in the bathroom?
Yes.
What's the shower like? Probably pretty banging.
It's a. I mean, it's not like super crazy.
Do you have a stand-up shower and a tub separate?
Yes, and there's steam in the shower too.
Do you do it?
Yeah, I love the steam.
Great.
The steam's great. Yeah.
God.
Do you pee in the shower?
Fuck yeah. I don't understand.
Yeah, you got it.
Like, what are people doing?
Do you brush your teeth in there?
No.
Really?
No, I don't. I brush my teeth.
What kind of toothpaste do you use?
I fuck around with them. I have the. I'll do Crest. I'll do the
Really?
the baking.
Baking soda?
That
Arm and Hammer.
Arm and Hammer
That's
one.
what I use.
I like that
Once
one.
you do that, it's tough to
It's
go
kind
back
of-
to the other
yeah,
stuff.
That's kind of my primary
Yeah,
right now.
that's
What about the
heavy
soap?
bike.
Are you a bar guy or a body wash?
I prefer body wash, but we have, soap bars.
Do you have loofahs in there? What are you scrubbing yourself with?
There have been. I feel like they're all of a sudden they're gone. They're always gone.
Yeah, they
you know,
are.
you use them and
They
then
get a
what
little
the fuck
funky,
did that?
and then you
they're
get
just
somebody
gone.
tosses them.
But
How
I
do you-
like the
Oh,
gel.
sorry. How do you dry yourself off when you get out? Do you do like do you walk out and then dry yourself off, or do you do it in the shower?
I don't do it in the
Do
shower.
you have somebody that does it for you?
I usually do. Yes.
Like Prince Hakeem.
Yeah. I the towel's usually right on the hook outside.
Okay.
I get out. I kind of do like, go down. Legs are all. And I'm a hairy dude,
Sure.
so like
Yeah.
I got to towel off pretty aggressively.
Okay.
And
Do you
then I
have a
walk
radio
around with it. Huh?
Do you have a radio in the shower or anything like that?
I have a Bluetooth speaker in the shower.
Smart.
Okay.
And I also have like the Sonos system built in to the bathroom.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Did
You
you
have
build
heated
this house
floors?
or did you move into it?
No, but it was a newly built house, so I bought it before
New
it was done.
Yeah, gotcha.
Brought
Yeah.
the jet skis with you, I bet, didn't you?
What's up? Actually, Bert got me the
Bert
first
bought
one.
him the one.
Really?
Yeah,
He bought me
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Damn, that's fucking
You got any
awesome.
heated floors in there?
No, that's such a dope move,
You know,
dude.
it's a real power flex too. The heated driveway if you're in like Montana.
He doesn't
or
need it.
whatever.
You don't need it down there. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I know.
no shoveling.
No, it's hot as fuck there.
Keep the butter on the counter at the house or you put it in the fridge?
I'll put it in the fridge.
Okay.
But there's always a covered tray on the counter because
Yeah,
it's
got to.
nice.
Yeah.
Who's
Easy
going to the grocery store? You got people that do that or are you going to the grocery store?
I don't go to the grocery store.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
I go to the grocery store.
Ever been in a tornado?
There's been tornadoes. I've lived places where there was a tornado.
But never actually been in one.
No.
Okay.
But multiple hurricanes.
Really?
Florida.
Yeah,
Florida.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah. Yeah. I had to evacuate like several times.
Do you sleep with your socks on?
No.
What do you sleep in?
Just boxers.
Like, no t-shirt.
No.
And you're a boxer, man.
Yeah, boxer briefs.
Yeah.
Boxer briefs.
Got to.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wear shoes in the house?
I mean, yes, I prefer when I remember to take them off.
Okay.
'Cause I don't like tracking shit everywhere.
Of course.
But I definitely walk in sometimes. I mean,
If you have guests come over for dinner, you're going to make them take their shoes
No,
off?
no,
Yeah.
I don't. I don't do that.
Would you enjoy doing that at someone's house? Like if you went over to fucking whoever's house, like take your shoes off.
I don't really like that.
Yeah, it sucks, right?
Yeah, I think that's
It's like,
kind
what are
of.
we, fucking 11?
Yeah, like let me.
We're adults.
I mean, I have Asian friends, and you kind of gotta you do what they say.
Sure.
But yeah, I prefer to just keep
Keep them on.
Yeah.
Do you wipe back to front or front to back?
Front to back.
Do you have a bidet?
Front to back. You go inside?
No, start like up, right?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
sorry.
so front to back. Front to back.
Okay, yeah.
Gotcha.
I have the built-in, the primary, like my master toilet
Mm-hmm.
has the built-in washlet, so you just press the button and it like streams.
Cleans you up.
That is such a game changer.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and you feel like a monster when you're not home.
And you're doing
and-
raw poop somewhere. Yeah, it's bad.
Wiping with a sock.
That's
like
kind
a
of why I
dirt
don't
ball.
want to do it, because it's like then
Yeah.
you're
Because like
they're
that,
not all home games.
that feeling, that cleanliness of the warm stream cleaning you
Right
up
in your
there.
fucking
nice.
It
brown
feels
eye.
amazing. Yeah.
Also, somebody said you have a coffee machine in your bed in your bathroom. Is that true? Did somebody just
Like a Mr. Coffee or like an espresso machine?
it's a
like-
whole Dunkin' Donuts?
No,
there.
what happened was when I was, we looked at houses like this is a while ago.
Mhm.
One of the houses we took a tour, they were like, oh, and in the master bedroom, they like opened some cabinet and this thing slid out and they're like, it's a coffee machine here. And my wife was like, yeah, why don't we put a coffee machine? Like, why
Upstairs.
have to go to the kitchen?
Downstairs.
So there's like this little area in our bedroom that has, I don't know, it's just like a little corner.
Nook.
Yeah. And she just put an espresso, like a capsule coffee.
That's pretty
So you
clear.
can wake up and you just make a coffee.
You got TV in the bedroom?
Yeah.
Do you sleep with the TV on?
No, I can't.
Really?
I do that thing where if I close my eyes and the TV's on, I'll be listening. I can't shut off the listening.
Shut it down. Yeah, of course.
Hellman's or Miracle Whip, mayonnaise wise?
I think I'll go Miracle Whip. Kind of trashy, right?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Whoa.
Yeah.
You made it like almost an hour. You
I
were
know.
scot free.
I know. I think so.
Holy shit.
I mean, but here's the thing. I'm not gonna, it's not gonna. Neither one's gonna like make me not. I love mayo.
Sure.
Like people.
You make a sandwich at the house.
Do you have Miracle Whip in the
Miracle
house?
I have to fucking.
You got to check.
You don't even know.
Well, yeah, probably someone's making it for me.
Really?
Like, yeah, I'm not.
Do you have a chef?
No.
You have somebody that makes lunch and stuff like that, though?
Sometimes.
The fucking boss, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
know.
Listen, the Miracle Whip aside,
Pretty flawless otherwise.
dude, you're fucking all class, bro.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
You're the fucking boss.
Thanks, dude.
Look
Yeah.
at this.
It is shockingly rare that people come out as scot-free as you have done.
Yeah,
Really?
dude.
Yeah.
It's like you and Chaz
everything.
Palminteri are it.
Yeah.
Really?
But you've always, you can tell, you've always held yourself to a higher regard, even before.
I
making
can't even
money,
hold the
it
jet
seems.
skis against you because they're fucking in the water. You live on a lake. I thought they would be like on the side of the house on a trailer or something.
Towing them behind the Porsche.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
He's trying to fucking.
I'm
launch
honored,
them.
man.
Dude.
That's a good score.
That was
Fucking boss of
pretty
you're a
flawless.
fucking man.
Wow.
Pretty good.
Chaz did this?
Yeah.
No shit. And he was all fucking.
Oh.
Dude, he had a guy with nickel on him right outside the door.
Really?
Yeah. An ex-cop.
Freddie No-No's
We're like, you
downstairs
driving
watching the car.
Yeah. No, what was he? He had a fucking wild. He had a name that you would expect Chaz Palminteri's bodyguard to
Oh,
have.
yeah.
Yeah. It was something
Stevie
like
No-Nos
Bobby
or-
Angels or
Oh,
something like
yeah.
that. Gang, brand new book out right
Check
now.
it the fuck out.
I'd like to play Alone, please, Mr. Tom Segura.
Yes.
Thank you,
at
guys.
Thank you,
Anything
buddy.
else you want the folks out there to know?
No, I mean, I'm on a crazy tour. If you want to come see me on tour, tomsegura.com/tour for tickets. That's it.
I moved
100%.
some tickies.
Fucking
too.
unbelievable.
A lot of those shows were sold out. I was perusing the website. This guy, those fucking early promo codes really get it done.
No papering going on there, huh? Not a lot of morning radio in your future. I can tell you that right now. The kid's doing all right. Kippy, what do you got for him?
Guys, we're all over the road as well. Check us out. The links in the description. Check out the Patreon, the whole 9 yards. We fucking appreciate it. Love yous.
Tom, we love you. Thank
Yeah,
you so
thank
much
you
for
very
coming
much,
and
guys.
sitting
Appreciate
down
it.
with us.
Absolutely.
Gang, we love you, and we'll see you next week. Peace.